Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is a bit of an impromptu live on Facebook today. So apologies if you were unexpecting me. I would like to introduce you to Caroline, Tropic Caroline. I've just noticed on your name tag. I love it. Caroline is one of the... I don't know what you call you. A mastermindee.
Masterminder.
Mastermindee. I don't know. Caroline's joined the Next Level Mastermind. So I wanted her to come and explain to you guys why she's decided to do it, what you're going to get out of it, Caroline, and just give her an opportunity to tell her story as well. So welcome. Thank you for doing this.
Welcome. Thank you.
So would you like to just introduce yourself and tell people about where you are with your business?
Yes.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. So I'm with Tropic Skincare and I am coming up to at the end of April, 5th anniversary, actually. So this is something that I kind of happened on because a friend was a Tropic ambassador and I'd supported her in previous direct selling businesses and always had parties here for her. So when those folded though, she said, I found a new thing and it's absolutely incredible. Shall I come round? Yeah, come round. Of course, then I found that new thing and I'd never been in direct selling before. I was actually as a teaching assistant in a school and I had 3 other jobs. So this was my 5th thing that I took on. And I've got 4 children who are really close together. So
and people say they don't have time for stuff.
Always ask a busy mum.
Yeah.
Always get stuff done. So I did have a pamper here, fell in love with the products and decided after far too much umming and ahhing, probably a couple of months, to become an ambassador. And very soon after I joined, I saw the opportunity this could give me and a way out of what I was doing, not because I didn't love working with children, but because I hardly had any time for my own. And I know it's a common problem. And I wanted to be able to find something that gave me that freedom and flexibility. We're of the sandwich generation, aren't we? I'm looking after my children. I've also got my own parents, now just my mum as well, which I also need to consider. So we're kind of a bit torn, aren't we? And I think that's a modern, I wouldn't like to say problem, but it's a modern phenomena, really, that I feel really strongly about being able to have the opportunity of that freedom and flexibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I soon realised after joining Tropic that this was the thing that I could actually help to ditch the other 4 things and become a captain of my own ship. So the first couple of years, well, it's all gone brilliantly, not swimmingly, brilliantly.
No.
Because as we know, the path to success isn't linear and it doesn't just go like that. It's all over the place.
It would be so nice if it did, wouldn't it? And anybody who says it does is a liar.
No, I agree, yeah. So I went up quite a few levels quite quickly and I went from leader to executive leader, which is another level and one up. So it goes leader to senior leader to exec. And I went from leader to exec in about 6 weeks, I think it was. It was really quite quickly.
Wow.
And this was just as lockdown started. So of course we had an influx of people joining and I get that as well. But I feel like I've stagnated since then. I know myself well enough to know that I am driven, but I need somebody to hold me to account. I know that very well of me. And with the best will in the world, willpower just isn't enough for me. I need somebody there with a plan to help me and to keep me accountable, because then I come into my own. And actually only a couple of days ago, I told you quite openly about a situation I'd got where someone's interested in becoming an ambassador on my team. And I've been in touch with her and then she'll go through periods of ghosting and then come back on and go, I'm still interested. And I asked your opinion the other day. You just said, why don't you just go round if she's only around the corner? So I actually did yesterday. And that was one of the most empowering things I've done, just to go round to somebody's house. And it might not have had the desired outcome in terms of, wouldn't it be lovely if she joined? But the fact is the desired outcome of how it made me feel afterwards was surpassed. And I thought, if I can do that, I can do a lot of things that I tell myself perhaps I can't. And what's more, it made me realize how accountability is key. So if it hadn't have been for you, I know for sure I wouldn't have done that.
No. But would you have even thought about doing it?
No, definitely not. And I know that for sure as well. I wouldn't. So it needed you or whoever that is, somebody who's holding you to account to say, have you tried this, or just go and do it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was saying this morning on the live that I did with my story, because I think you're in a very similar position to what I was when I realized I needed that thing, that thing that was missing, whatever it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I really related to that this morning when you said that, because it is exactly how I felt. I was kind of stagnating for a couple of years and telling myself that, but people joined in lockdown and now they've gone back to work. So it's just going to slow down and maybe even not stop, but perhaps take a backward step. And then I obviously found you at the end of last year and thought, actually, this is not taking a backward step. No, I'm not going to stagnate. I'm going to now go forward with force. And because my goal this year is so big, I know I needed to have you there to help me along the way, for definite, and to hold me to account.
So is that why you've joined the mastermind? Was that the thing?
Yeah, I've got a big goal this year, and I need to, first of all, invest in myself to help me get there with your help. Or else, again, I know that all it would take, and I do think I'm quite a strong character, so it's rare that something throws me off course. But say if I had a bad day one day, I can't afford, if you like, to go, okay, I'll take my foot off the gas. I need to be held account to all the time, and to have this plan in place so that I can reach my big goal.
It's exciting. Do you want to share the big goal, or is it like oh no, I can't do it?
The big goal is to get to the next level, which in Tropic skincare is platinum.
Right.
And then there's just one more level, and that's the top level that you can get to, which is diamond, which is another huge goal. But I want to get there by the end of next year.
Yeah.
So I've broken it down. This year, big goal to get to platinum exec, next year to diamond, and I would like you there with me all the way to keep me held to account, as I say.
You're going to do this. Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
So you've had quite a few options, really, haven't you? You've joined the Success Lounge leader tier quite recently.
Yeah.
You've now joined the mastermind. Why did you choose those two things over perhaps one-to-one coaching or self-taught stuff?
So when I first found you at the end of last year, it's not that long ago at all, is it?
No.
And it just goes to show how quickly things can turn around, because I feel like my energy is so different now as I'm approaching these big goals, and I'm in the year that big things are going to happen. But when I first found you, it was because of the Fire Up Your Festive Sales Bootcamp.
Oh, yes.
Was it then? Yeah, that was it. That was when I joined you. That's how I knew about you. So I said to my husband, there's this thing that's £25, and do you think I should invest in it? Because I think it'll help me on the way up to Christmas. And he said, it's £25. Why are we having the conversation? I'm not suggesting for 1 minute we're loaded at all. But the point was, it's £25. So it's not a lot of money, even if something doesn't work. But that's equally not a lot of sales that you have to get to see the value of the Festive Sales Bootcamp. I said, okay, I'm doing it. And it felt like a really big thing. Well, it was, because I'd never done anything like it before. So when I was in that, I then realized very quickly the advantages of being in something like that, where it's a community, you're being held to account, you've got you and your expertise and your knowledge of being in this industry. Yeah. And I think when I very first heard you, I assumed actually you were a Tropic ambassador, because you were using language that I could really relate to. And I thought, this lady must have been in Tropic. I still don't know what you were in, and I don't need to know, but the point was you were using language that I could absolutely relate to. And that's the first time anyone outside of the actual business has ever done that, because you assume it's only people within it that will know. There's an added advantage with you, because you are looking at it from an outsider's point of view, even though you know very well how the systems and the success plans work. So after being in the Festive Sales Bootcamp, I then realized, okay, I'd like to have some more of this in my life on a more regular basis. And with being at the level I'm at, then the Leaders Lounge was obviously the obvious thing to sign up to on a monthly basis. That it wasn't long after that, and I was saying to my husband, I can really tell a difference now here in my business. It's in black and white. You know, what I'm bringing in has changed. My attitude has changed. I think I need to invest on a bigger scale. my husband, I'm very fortunate. He's really into self-development and, you know, goes all out for it. It should be the number one thing we invest in. And if other things have to be sacrificed, unless they're your fundamentals of kids and warmth and food, sacrifice those other things always for self-development. But of course, like you always say, you want to make sure it's the right thing.
Yeah.
You're not just throwing your money away. So I looked at reviews of you. I did some research into you, which you probably don't know.
No, I don't know this.
But I thought, if I'm investing here, you know, a decent sum of money on a monthly basis, I want to know it's, you know, what's happened before and what's your track record like. So I researched you.
Where the heck did you research me?
I Googled you and looked at all your reviews.
Okay, fair enough.
Because for me that was, and I spoke to a couple of people as well that have been with you and asked what their experience of being with you was like, and of course it's all positive. So, you know, after then thinking, right, what do I need to just rejig here financially to make this work for me, because I'm absolutely up for this, because ultimately it will pay back. It will help me get to that big goal, which will give me all the things that I want to, which will help me reach personal goals, help my daughter go abroad in September to university, all of that sort of stuff. So then that's when I took the plunge.
Oh, good for you. I think it's not just the money investment that you've made. You have made a conscious decision that this is what you are going to do, and you will not do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I think that's more important than the money, because, you know, you've either got the money or you haven't, which is fine. But if you haven't got that right attitude, all the money in the world will not help you.
Yeah.
Investing in anything, everything will not help you. So, yeah, well done you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because of there's three things that I really strongly believe in to get to, if you like, success. And I know that means very different things for very different people, but consistency is right up there. And this will obviously help me to be consistent. Even one of your tools, 365-day social prompts.
Oh, yeah.
That's helped me to be really consistent. That's like a dream in a document. So I'm not waking up in the morning thinking, what do I post about today on my social media? It's all there telling me what to do. And I can think outside the box and be creative with it. So consistency, accountability for the reasons I've said. And this is obviously ultimately making me be very accountable to myself as well as to you, because I've invested time and money.
Yeah, it's not about me at all. It's all got to be down to you.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I do believe that no matter how small, stepping out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens every time. And just going round to the person's house yesterday was an example of that. And that small thing, which might be a big thing, it was for me a big thing. I was actually doing breathing exercises on the way round, thinking, what's the worst thing that can happen? What if? But I came back and felt I was standing differently. I was standing taller. I felt so much more confident.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. That's my dog going. I shall see you soon. And,
you will. Thank you. I can't wait.
Thank you so much for doing this live.
You're welcome. Not at all. It's my pleasure.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.